Hi, this is Mr. Snyder. In this tutorial for the Grade 9 video editing unit, we're going to add some video and audio content now to these three different templates, which are sequences that we've added to the timeline. Again, sequences is here. There's our sequence icon. These represent the blue is the video tracks, the green is the audio track, and all we've done is added these three templates to our timeline in order. If they're not in order, you can always click, drag, and move something over. I'll take template 2 and move it. There you go. You can see it's 132. That doesn't make sense, so I'll put it back. So you can always move things around. If you ever get yourself in a mess, just as a reminder, Window, Workspace, Editing, make sure it's got the little dot beside it, and then Reset Current Workspace. It says, are you sure you want to go back to the original? Say, yep. It'll do it. Again, I don't like the amount of space it takes down here, so I'm going to put my cursor in between those two panels, drag up a bit just to resize this area, because this is the area that we work with most. Now, what do we need to do? So, as you can see, I've somehow lost my templates. So what I'm going to do is close to, go to Sequences, open up Orientation 1 template, very quick to do, Orientation 2 template, and then Orientation 3 template. If you don't see this little preview area up here, click on this little, you'll see the little menu selection there with a drop down arrow. Click on it, make sure there's a check mark beside preview area, and now you'll be able to see the names and the content information for these files. And then there's template 3. Again, let's go back up a level in our files, or sorry, our bins. Go back up. And now we're going to work with the template videos. What we're going to do now is add the video and audio that is associated with each of these templates. How do we do that? The first thing we need to do is open up this bin, and I have to bring the video files into it. So where are they? They are located in that same folder under, let me just close this, Shared Resources on your computer. Open it up. I'm going to bring down that one. There's number 2. This number 2 folder now has the 3 videos that I'm looking for to bring into Premiere Pro project. Now, again, template videos bin. And I now have to do what's called import. Import is the process of bringing assets. It can be video, music, photos, whatever it is you have that you want to use in your project into the project file. We're going to bring videos in this case in. So we're going to import those 3 videos that are associated with these 3 templates. So to do that, there's lots of ways to do it. The quickest I like to use is right click inside of the bin that you want it added to and go to import. That's one way. Another way is Control or Command I. Control I on a PC, Command I on a Mac. Okay, and then you navigate. I'm going to go to Desktop, Shared Resources, the orientation. It's under number 2 for template videos, and there they are. And all I have to do there is just click, drag over. I've highlighted them all, and I can click Import that way. So it's right click, Import. You get that window. Or Command I is the shortcut, Control I on a PC. Click, drag, highlight them all. They're now selected. Import them. And they will now be added to the bin that is called Template Videos. So under Sequences, I have 3 sequences that I'm working with. And under Template Videos, I have the associated videos that I need to use. Now, if you look, if I click, just single click on any of these videos, you start to see content. Template 1 up here in the preview area. Template 3, does that make sense to have it second? No. So we're going to take template 3, click, drag, move it over, and drop it. So template 2, there it is, and template 3 is there. So what do I need to do now? Well, if you look up on our timeline again, you've got the 3 templates, which are actually sequences, little mini stories. And we're going to choose between these 3 templates to do our actual editing. We're only going to use one of them. But what we've done is given you an option of 3, so you can pick whichever one you like to work with, so then they're not all the same. So I'm going to highlight Orientation Template 1, as I've done here. Okay, and then I'm going to go to my, again, templates videos that I've now imported the videos. I'm going to make sure I'm on template 1. Make sure you're doing the right video with the right template. I'm going to click and drag it. And hey, look how I now get content being added. And I'm going to snap it. See those white little triangles? That means I'm snapping the beginning of the video and the audio to the very start point of this project. Okay, now this is our play bar. It's called the current time indicator. And right now you may be hearing the audio. It may be too loud, so I'm going to have to reduce it for the sake of this tutorial. What I'm going to do is open up these video and audio tracks. These are called tracks. They stack very much, video stacks very much like Photoshop. Whatever's on top covers what's below in video. In audio, they work a little differently, that whatever audio I have on one track will mix if there's audio at the same point in another track. So audio mixes, whereas video, the higher ones take priority over the lower ones. Okay, and that'll become more apparent once we get into editing. So what I'm going to do is open up this video track so I can see something. Click the little triangle and bang, you see, you get the track becomes wider. And if I again go in between video 1 and 2, I can actually drag this up and make it even bigger. And I suggest for your sake, starting out in editing, you probably want to start with something like this because it's just easier to see what you're doing. Audio, same thing. Right now I can't see any audio. If I play, hopefully you can hear that audio. And I'm going to open up the audio, and now I can see the audio waveform. So audio you can not only hear, but you can also see. Okay, and I'm going to go and drag in between 1 and 2, expand the track size a bit, just so it makes it easier for me to edit. So I've added template video 1 to orientation template sequence 1. Now I'm going to click off of that. I'm going to click on orientation template 2. You see that it's empty. I'm now going to take the video, click, drag, and then drag it over. Make sure you're going to video 1 and audio 1. If you drag a little bit carelessly and drag up or down, it'll split apart, and that's kind of awkward to work with. See how the audio and video have a gap now between them? So there's the situation where there's no gap between the video and audio. Drag them together. I'm just dragging up and down with my mouse. Then drag to the far left again. Snap it to the very start of the project. If I take my play bar at the start of the project, you can see I'm at 0 time, and I'll get into that later as we start to edit. So I've got video template 2 into the orientation template 2. So they match. Open up the video, open up the audio, maybe expand the track sizes a little bit. I'm just showing you how to do this because you'll need to do it when you're editing. Okay, so there's 1, there's 2. Let's go to 3. Click, drag, snap it to the start, open them up, video 1. I'm going to expand it a bit. Okay, and audio 1. I'm going to go in between here. It's being a little bit finicky on me. Oh, I have to open it first, silly. Open the track first with the little triangle, so I forgot to do that. Click the triangle, opens the audio track, and then you can expand the size. So what do I have now? Orientation template, which is a sequence, a little mini story, 1. That's one option. Orientation template 2, that's a different option. That's a different video. Orientation template 3 is a different video, different option. They must match. 1 has to have 1's video, 2 has to have 2's video, and 3 has to have 3's video. So get yourself set up this way. Now, once you've got that done, here's what I'd like you to do just to make things so that you can't mess up later on. It's as far as when you're editing, I want you to lock these tracks for now. So I'm going to go into just to the left of that little triangle, and I'm going to click on the lock, and you get a zebra pattern. Now these tracks, video 1 and audio 1, are locked. So I can't mess up the template video. Okay, that's probably the best way to start because it is easy to make mistakes and perhaps lay a clip on top of the audio or the video without knowing it. Template 2, let's lock it left of the little triangle on 1 and left of the little triangle on audio 1 as well. Template 1, same thing, lock it, lock it. Now you're good to go. So 1, 2, 3. The video and the audio tracks are locked so that it protects those from being written over top of. This now completes setting up our project file in Adobe Premiere Pro CS6. So now we're ready to do the fun part, which is start to do the video editing, adding the camera clips to our selected template, and start the editing process, which is tons of fun. So we'll pick it up in the next tutorial.